It doesn't matter if it's a weekend road trip or an international excursion. You want to remember the family vacation experience. Today's creative guest says a traveler's notebook is the perfect companion and serves as sort of a tactile highlight reel to help you document the details in a compact and creative way. Layle Koncar is here today to share how to best collect your memories along the way in 3 simple steps. It's great to see you.
Yes, you too, Brooke.
So first of all, I know this is, in some creative spaces, a very common reference, but the traveler's notebook, explain that concept.
It's basically just a kind of a fancy name for a cover. You open it up and you have elastics. So the beauty is with those elastics, you can kind of take your notebook or your insert and slide them in the elastics. So it kind of becomes this rotating system to take notes or to add a calendar or something. But for travel, that's where I think the power really comes into play. Yeah, and that's what I love it for.
You use these for all kind of memory keeping details, but you say it is perfect for summer vacation specifically. How come?
Yes, because it's such a compact size. I think in a lot of cases, if you're working in something larger, it's a little bit harder to maybe take with you if you want to document while you're traveling.
Yeah. You say there are a few steps that will make it easier, because even something like this can be overwhelming if someone's not in the flow, right? The creative flow.
Absolutely.
You say first prep ahead.
Prep ahead, yes. So my husband and I went on a trip last year. It was an 18-day trip, and I knew that I wanted to spend the time on that trip enjoying the trip. I didn't want to worry about so much of trying to figure out how I wanted to document. I just wanted to enjoy the trip and kind of keep the memories. So I prepped ahead of time, and this was all the prep I did ahead of time, kind of had everything laid out day by day. So before we left, this is what I took with me. I took that, pen and pencil, and these little teeny colored pencils.
Gosh, stop
because, well, we went in a carry-on and a backpack for 18 days. So, there's
my hero.
Well, I was a hero. That's not me, just so you know. I probably bought 20 suitcases here today.
Do for our lovers.
I know, right? Exactly. So,
that's so cute.
I took very few things so that, like I said, on the trip, I'm focusing on making the memories, but
I was gonna say, and yet, maybe this is where you were going with your but too, there's something about documenting in the moment, like that night. Like, what did
yes, and that's what we did.
It's so fresh.
We did, that's what I did. So every night, we'd go back to the hotel, and I would sit down and do this.
Look at this.
So I just basically write about what happened. And when it's fresh and in the moment, you're remembering all the details.
Yes.
If you wait a week or a year, you don't remember all those wonderful details that really made the trip what it was.
Right.
So,
all right, we're prepping ahead. What's our next step?
So prepping ahead, and this was on the road. So that's when you're on the trip, just doing the writing. Just going. Little teeny bit, exactly. Maybe 20 minutes ahead of time. 20 minutes ahead of time. I mean, not ahead of time, but at night. And so you've kind of recapped that. You've recapped it every day.
Yeah.
So and when you get home, go ahead.
What are some things you're writing?
All right. So I have the date, where we were staying, the weather, tracked how many steps, because we walked a lot, how many miles we drove.
You were Europing.
We were Europing, yes. We were Europing, but then also kind of the top 3 things of the day. And then it kind of became this fun thing for my husband and I to do together, because every night we'd be like, okay, what were your top 3 things? What were my top 3 things? So he kind of was a little bit a part of, he was on the trip, he should be part of the process of, right? Part of the process of documenting too.
I think that's a great prompt though, top 3.
Top 3.
If you get to the end of the night, you're tired, you're stuck, you have time to make a 1, 2, 3 list.
And then you can do the kids too, right? Because you don't have to be an adult. You can be a child, and you can do the same thing with your kids or your family. At dinner, what were your top 3 things of the trip?
I did
this. If someone's writing that down, then it's good.
I did this 2 summers ago. I had it together as a mom, and we did just that. And each of the kids had their own little notebook.
Yes, exactly.
And it's a treasure now because they're writing and their reflections from their lens.
Yes.
I mean, it's what you want to remember and capture.
Exactly. And it's in their little voice, and if they're writing it, that's just priceless, because it's their thoughts, but it's also their writing. And yes.
So then you come home and you pull it together. What does that look like?
So this is how I put it all together. And what I did here, there were kind of 3 parts to our trip. We did Amsterdam, Ireland, and Scotland. So I just kind of made a little formula. Our highlights of the trip, some photos for every country we were in, kind of a recap of what we did, and then our favorite things. And then the favorite things was easy. All of it was so easy to put together because I had it all here. And I've been working on this for a year. There is no way, if I hadn't done this,
That you could do this.
On the trip, that I could do that, because you forget all the little details.
And look how visually interesting this is. You could lay this out on a coffee table, on a nightstand. This would become that talker.
Yes,
you know what I mean? That conversation piece. It's so interesting to look at.
Absolutely.
You have made this so easy with the 3 steps, but also you offer traveler notebook kits.
I do, yes. So I offer the covers, I offer the little notebook inserts. I have project kits that kind of tell you how to do it along the way. And then after this trip, I put together an e-course so that, no product with it, but people can just it talks about how to prep before you go, what to do, and then how to pull it all together after. So that's been so
glad.
fun.
I'm so glad you're offering that and using your passion and your expertise to help other women, because this is what we want. We want that tangible, tactile display of our memories. That, you know, and we pour so much into vacations, so we want to remember them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brooke.
Where can we get more information about your kits and your course?
Website is laylebymail.com. So Layle.
And it rhymes.
M-A-I-L, Layle by Mail, yes.
Layle by Mail. We'll link you over from our website if you're interested in snagging a kit, getting the course, and having your own little documentation of the trips and the memories that are to come. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brooke.
You explained it so well.